4, 3, 2, 1.
Studio Classroom is
Studio Classroom. Studio Classroom.
Please stand by.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hey everyone, welcome to Studio Classroom on the air. This is the place to come when you want to have some fun. My name is Rebecca, and today your English will improve. Well, today our lesson brings us to one of Europe's oldest cities, where buildings sparkle in the sun. Friends, today we are visiting the city of Lisbon. We have a lot to learn about this historic city in a lesson called Lovely Lisbon. Now, throughout today's lesson, try to answer the following question. What is the purpose of the decorative tiles on the buildings? So some of the buildings have these decorative tiles, and what is the purpose? Well, friends, open up your magazines because it's time to get started. Let's begin.
Lovely Lisbon. One of Europe's oldest cities pours on the charm. When the sun shines, the buildings of Lisbon sparkle. The elegant city drapes itself over 7 hills. Beauty is everywhere you look. The best way to experience this capital city is to walk so that you can take in the atmosphere. Stop at a bakery selling famous Portuguese custard tarts. Sit outside a small restaurant and enjoy a meal of fresh seafood. Buildings from the time of the Moors stand next to other historic buildings decorated with colorful tiles. As you walk, take note of these unofficial symbols of the city.
Hi everyone, welcome to Language Lab. I'm Jack. 首先我们来看形容词 elegant， 意思是优雅的或高雅的。Elegant 常常是被用来形容女生或是服装，譬如说 The actress looked very elegant when she stood on the stage. 女演员站在台上时看起来非常优雅。或是 These elegant dresses are all from the same designer. 这些典雅的礼服都是同一个设计师设计的。当一项计划、设计图或是构想非常简单又大方，也可以用 elegant 来形容。例如Margaret wanted an elegant look for her room, but the designer came up with a very fancy design. Margaret 想要一个简单大方的室内风格，但是设计师却弄出一个花俏的构图。如果要把 elegant 这个形容词改成名词，那就是 elegance， 意思是优雅、典雅的样子，性质或特质。譬如说 ，Everyone admired the lady's elegance。大家都很欣赏那位女士优雅的样子。下一个字是 tart。tart 是西式烘焙的食品，有些人会形容它是一种馅饼，但是里面的料是外露出来的，跟派很像，但是饼皮的做法不一样。Tart 在文章里是指葡式蛋挞 （Portuguese custard tart）， 但 tart 也可以是水果口味的，例如 Trisha wants to make a strawberry tart。Trisha 想做一个草莓甜塔 ，tart 也可以是咸的，例如 I want to try the restaurant's cheese and onion tart。我想试试餐厅的洋葱起司塔。Tart 也是可以当形容词，但是意思是形容酸的口味，例如 This slice of lemon cake is nice and tart。这块柠檬蛋糕又酸又好吃。Tart 也可以用来形容话语或语气很刻薄或尖刻，例如 Gail's tart response made everyone in the house very quiet. Gail 尖刻的回应让屋内所有的人变得很安静。 Thanks so much, Jack. All right, friends, we have a great travel article for you today. We hope you're ready to learn with us. My name is Campbell.
That's right. Today we are talking about lovely Lisbon. Now, I've never actually been to Portugal, but after reading today's lesson, I have a deep interest in traveling to Portugal and perhaps even visiting Lisbon itself.
Me too. I've never actually been to Europe, but now that I've read this article, it sounds like a really interesting place.
It does, and I know that Europe has a lot of interesting and historic cities to visit, and Lisbon is no exception. It's one of those historic places. One of Europe's oldest cities pours on the charm. So it's not necessarily the oldest city, but it's one of Europe's oldest cities.
Yes, and it pours on the charm. That means it just is so attractive. It makes people really want to go there and visit.
Exactly. Well, we read, when the sun shines, the buildings of Lisbon sparkle. Hey, if that doesn't get you interested in Lisbon, I don't know what will, because I'm sure everyone likes sparkling buildings, right?
That's right. And you know what? Lisbon does look like a very beautiful place.
It really does. And we read, the elegant city drapes itself over 7 hills. And we want to take a look at that word drape. What exactly does this word drape mean? Well, the idea is that it's set on hills, and so it just kind of goes over the hills just a little bit.
Yeah, when I think of draping, I think of cloth or something that's just kind of laying there. Now, we can also use this phrase to talk about people. You might say, Katie was so tired after work, she just draped herself on her couch.
Very nice. Well, beauty is everywhere you look, our lesson says. So one thing we know for sure, Lisbon is a beautiful place because, well, when the sun shines, the buildings sparkle, and the elegant city drapes itself over 7 hills. And so it's a beautiful place to visit.
Yes. Now, what is the best way to see the city? Well, the article says the best way to experience this capital city is to walk so that you can take in the atmosphere.
Just to take in the atmosphere. And those are 2 great words, to take something in. That just means that you enjoy it so much, you allow it to just come in and you appreciate it in a great way.
Yeah, now we might say on her wedding day, Natalie tried to take in every moment.
Yes, exactly. That's a great example. And so if you ever get to visit Lisbon, you're going to want to take in every moment as well. Our lesson says, stop at a bakery selling famous Portuguese custard tarts. Do you like custard tarts?
Oh, I love custard tarts. They're one of my favorite desserts.
Okay, well then you're going to have to check those out if you ever go to Portugal. Sit outside a small restaurant and enjoy a meal of fresh seafood. A lot to do.
Yeah, well, we saw from the picture that Portugal or Lisbon is on the coast, so I'm sure they have access to a lot of great seafood.
I definitely agree. If you like seafood, that is. Buildings from the time of the Moors stand next to other historic buildings decorated with colorful tiles. As you walk, take note of these unofficial symbols of the city. Now we want to take a look at this phrase, to take note of. This just means that you give attention to something, especially because it is important.
Yeah, so if you're in class, your teacher might say, take note of this point, students. It will be on your test.
That's right. Now, in the next section, we're going to see this word castle. And right now, we need to learn a phrase that has this word castle in it. So let's go to the info cloud.
Hello friends, welcome to InfoCloud. We all have dreams in our lives that we want to fulfill. Rex, do you have any dreams that you have fulfilled, and do you have any advice for young people who have dreams?
I have become a professional singer like I planned. I would advise young people to be patient and learn the skills necessary for success. You don't want to build castles in the sky.
That is such valuable advice. You might want to explain what it means to build castles in the sky.
Well, we all know that castles need to be built on solid ground or else they will collapse easily. When we build castles in the sky, we are planning or doing something that's unrealistic or impossible.
One example would be people who want to get rich quickly, so they're trying different tricks or shortcuts to make money. But we all know that building wealth is not that easy.
Exactly. Another example would be trying to learn the piano in the quickest way possible to become a concert pianist, but it takes at least 10 years of practice to become proficient at playing the piano.
So, in whatever we do, we need to make sure we are building a solid foundation. You don't want to build castles in the sky.
很多人都在追求自己的梦想，只是梦想有分很多种。在追求梦想的过程中，我们要确定自己不是在 build castles in the sky。字面上是在空中建筑一座城堡，听起来好像是动画电影中会出现的情节，非常梦幻。Build castles in the sky 的真正含义就是追求不切实际或是不可能实现的梦想。举例来说，如果有人一直在寻找致富的捷径，不肯脚踏实地，你就可以说 He is building castles in the sky。 可能很多年轻人也会听到一些长者给他们的建议，那就是 Don't try to build castles in the sky， 不要试着追求不切实际的梦想。这就是今天的 Info Cloud， 我们下次云端见。
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Studio Classroom. Do you really enjoy charming and historic places? If so, Lisbon is the place for you, and that's exactly what we are talking about today. And there's so many things to do and try. You can try some custard tarts, delicious, and seafood. If you like seafood, you're going to want to try some seafood in Lisbon. And of course, one of the best ways to get around is to walk. Well, friends, let's learn more about Lisbon now.
Lovely Lisbon. The decorative tiles also have a practical purpose. They protect the buildings from the humidity and keep them cool in warm weather. They are said to reduce street noise as well. Wander around the cobblestone streets of Alfama, the oldest part of the city. The narrow, winding streets in this hilly area are home to delightful cafes and quaint little houses. Climb up to Castillo de São Jorge, St. George's Castle, for a marvelous view of the city spread out below.
"我们再来看下一个字 humidity， 它是一个名词，意思是湿度。例如 The tourists aren't used to the island's humidity， 观光客对岛上的湿度很不习惯。或是 The weather is very nice today and the humidity isn't very high， 今天天气很好，而且湿度不高。如果东西很潮湿，就可以用形容词 humid 来形容。譬如说 Linda doesn't want to go outside because it is a very humid day。 Linda 不想出门，因为外面很潮湿。或是 These plants need to be in a humid environment, so it's best to keep them in a greenhouse. 这些植物需要在一个有湿气的环境，所以最好种在温室里。最后，我们来看形容词 quaint， 它的意思是古雅又可爱。比如说，怀旧的老房子可以用 quaint 来形容。例如 ，The houses in the old district are all very quaint. 旧区的房子都保有那怀旧又古雅的风格。Quaint 也可以用来形容可爱的老人家，例如 The old man wore a bow tie and a nice jacket, and everyone thought he looked very quaint. 老爷爷打了领结，又穿了一件帅气的外套，让大家觉得他非常可爱。Quaint 也可以用来形容观念或主义很奇怪，例如 George likes to share his quaint ideas with people.George 喜欢和别人分享他的奇怪的想法。Okay, let's get back to our teachers.
Thank you very much, Jack. Now, earlier we were talking about these tiles, and now we get to learn more about the tiles, unofficial symbols of the city. We read, the decorative tiles also have a practical purpose. Now, before we discuss what that practical purpose is, let's take a look at this word practical. Practical just means that something is very useful, specifically for the purpose that it is being used for.
Yes, so we might say that when you're exercising, it's very practical to have a bottle of water with you in case you get thirsty.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't have a bottle of water, then you might have to go look for water somewhere, and then it cuts into your exercise time. Great example, Campbell. Well, we read, learning more about the tiles, the tiles, protect the buildings from the humidity and keep them cool in warm weather. They are said to reduce street noise as well. So if it's a very noisy area, but you have these tiles and it reduces the street noise, that's extremely practical.
Yeah, these tiles sound like they're not just beautiful, but they're very useful as well. They're very practical.
And we read, wander around the cobblestone streets of Alfama, the oldest part of the city. And we want to take a look at those words, to wander around. That just means to walk around without any particular purpose.
Yeah, so when you're taking a vacation and you visit a new place, you might not have a plan, you just wander around. And here we see some pictures of cobblestone streets. So you can see they're streets that are paved with stone.
That's right. Now, I've always loved cobblestone streets. I feel like they're just fun to walk on. There's just so much history with a cobblestone street because usually, maybe not all the time, but usually you find cobblestone streets in more historic areas.
Yeah, where I grew up in New York, there are a lot of cobblestone streets. I mean, New York is an old city, so a lot of the streets have this cobblestone on it.
Well, we continue on. The narrow, winding streets in this hilly area are home to delightful cafes and quaint little houses. So if you ever check out this area or go visit this area, you can find lots of cafes. And I don't know about you, Campbell, but I really enjoy cute cafes.
They have to be cute cafes.
Of course they have to be cute, but it sounds like most cafes are probably kind of cute.
Most cafes are cute. It's always nice to just sit at a cafe and enjoy a cup of coffee or tea and just rest and relax.
That's right, and it's especially good if they have tea that I like and delicious desserts. Well, let's continue on with our lesson. Now, I'm going to do my best at saying this Portuguese name. Climb up to a Castelo de São Jorge. Not bad, I suppose. St. George's Castle, much easier, for a marvelous view of the city spread out below. How's your Portuguese?
My Portuguese is okay. I don't speak much Portuguese, but you know, I do like learning new languages.
Okay, and here you can see a picture of George's or St. George's Castle. It looks rather marvelous. Well, just like learning any language, Portuguese or English is challenging, right now it's time for another type of challenge, the SC challenge. Hello everyone, welcome to today's SC challenge. Let's see, we have elegant, tart, humidity, and quaint. You get to be the judge today as our contestants must respond to some sentences with the best response. Well, let's meet our contestants now.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel and I am elegant today.
Right, elegant today. Thank you, Daniel. And
I am David. I'm excited to play a game with words today. I'm feeling quite tart.
wow.
Maybe not.
Okay, so David's feeling a little tart and Daniel's feeling elegant. Okay, well, that's a great start. I think they're going to have fun using these words and coming up with the best response. I will read a sentence, repeat the sentence with a best response using one of the words. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, of course, Daniel, we'll start with you.
Okay.
So the first sentence is, the sun shines.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the sun shines and there is no humidity outside.
Okay, very nice. And what about you, David?
So the sun shines. There's no humidity outside. And I'm wearing an elegant suit.
Okay, very nice, very nice. You don't need to repeat his sentence.
Oh,
you can
okay.
just repeat whatever you want to say.
Got
Okay,
it.
but excellent. Next one. Here it goes. I like hiking. Okay, Daniel, go for it.
I like hiking in my elegant jacket.
I like hiking in my elegant jacket.
Sure, I should say with my elegant jacket, right?
Okay, with my elegant jacket, that works.
Okay.
Excellent.
I like
David?
hiking in the quaint, quiet forest.
Okay, I like hiking in the quaint, quiet forest. Excellent. Let's do another one. Let's make apple pies. Daniel, go for it.
Let's make apple pies. Just make sure it doesn't taste too tart.
Okay, very nice. And David.
Oh, no, I'm going to use tart in the noun form. Let's make apple pies, or maybe we'll make cherry tarts.
Or maybe we'll make cherry tarts. Excellent. Very nice sentences. Friends, who do you think won today's round? Why don't you talk about that in English? Well, thank you very much for joining us for today's SE Challenge. Gentlemen, great job. I hope you felt challenged. And we look forward to seeing you all next time for the SC Challenge. Well, it has been a lot of fun today learning about Lisbon. Lisbon definitely seems like a very beautiful place. There are a lot of great places to visit. You can wander around the cobblestone streets, visit the oldest part of the city, check out cute cafes and quaint houses, very charming houses. So much to do in this city. Well, friends, what else can you do in Lisbon? Well, we're going to find out next time, so be sure to come back right here on Studio Classroom.
A friend cares at all times. A friend endures at all times. A good friend lasts a lifetime. I am so proud to have you in my life. A good friend lasts a lifetime.